Hi everyone. So here we are in Module 10, wrapping up our journey together on cultural competence in a diverse society. First, it's been a joy to have you in class, and I look forward to hearing of your continued leadership in your various settings. We began this course by examining our own sense of cultural intelligence and took the CQ assessment along these lines. For most of you, this was a new assessment, and I enjoyed reading and seeing how your reflections on that experience opened up new insights. Those insights went beyond what is usually discussed in cultural competence initiatives, and we discussed things like language and cultural customs, but also concepts of metacognition and nuances of language and behaviors. We saw that drive, CQ drive, leads to CQ knowledge, which in turn leads to CQ strategy, and in turn, CQ action. Taking this concept of metacognition and drive, action, and strategy a step further, we applied the CQ framework to the organizational level, and your continued insights provided rich discussions and hopefully will encourage you to continue fostering cultural understanding wherever you may find yourself. I do want to say that all of you have grown in your scholarship and critical thinking. At times in our discussions, there were prompts to synthesize, integrate, or incorporate a theory of leadership into the conversation, and you did all that well. Not only does this skill in synthesis bring about new ideas, which are built from current ones, but that when discussed, opens up the door for implementation and further reflection. I encourage you in future classes to continue to develop these skills in synthesis, analysis, and evaluation, especially in your writing. Part of being doctoral scholars is having the ability to do this. Now that you're almost done with the class, save for your last assignment, I do want to bring up an important point to think about as you prepare for future classes. Now consider what it means that this course and subject is in the leadership core part of the curriculum. Why would we put cultural competence among things like organizational change and strategic planning? The answer is simply because we are seeing an ever-changing world, and it is incumbent to have leaders who have the skills, knowledge, and dispositions to navigate the change around us. In other words, the realities of our modern world warrants leaders who can first understand themselves. Doing so helps them lead and understand others, which in turn helps in understanding and leading organizations. I'm honored to be part of your continuing leadership journey and hope that our paths cross again. Thank you, and I hope to see you in a future class.